right, PAX West audience, we are ready with James Bond 007 Quantum of Solace with BlueTarget. BlueTarget, show us what you got.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Super excited to be here. First time running at a GDQ. I've done some commentary in the past. And yeah, actually really excited to show this game off. Quantum of Solace, I've been running it for about a year. A lot has happened in that year, which we'll definitely get into. Yeah, speaking of previous GDQs, I actually did commentary for one of my couch participants here, and I wanted to go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
It's pretty cool that we're kind of all back here because we were the COD 4 crew more or less.
Yeah.
Sans Jaxler. I wish Jaxler was here, but anyway, yeah. So happy to be here. I'm Brian Otto. I ran COD 4 where you're sitting a year ago, basically.
Yeah.
So and you were sitting right here. So it's just awesome.
Full circle.
Very happy to be here. BT has been hyping this run up to me for a super duper long time. So I am looking forward to seeing everything that it's all about.
I'm Eric. I also speedrun Quantum of Solace. I do have the record in this category, and I'm excited that Blue gets to show this off, and let's see what he can do.
And you got World of War coming up. Right
World of War is right after. Same engine, by the way, both on the IW3 Call of Duty engine.
Yeah, shout out Treyarch. We'll go ahead and get started here. I'll let you know when the timer will start. It's going to be when I click a button here. We'll count it down. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck, BT.
Good luck, go fast.
So yeah, this first section here, after this cutscene plays, I'm basically going to be taking out 2 groups of enemies as best I can, and then we'll be doing some hacking sequences. And it's just like in the movies, it's nothing at all like what real hacking looks like. But this one's super easy. It's going to be, thankfully, all greens. You'll see later there's going to be some locks that are a little bit more annoying to deal with, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And here I'm literally just pressing up, down, left, or right, depending on what it is. And then we get some cool numbers on screen, so that's awesome. And here I'm actually going to try to avoid going near that guy to my left, break that propane tank. I want to look at this door as soon as I can, because that's going to get this guy to spawn out. So there's a bunch of little like small things, optimizations that actually Eric behind me found a lot of this stuff. I held a competition a few months ago to look for strats and try to optimize this game because I think it's definitely underloved. I think the engine being Call of Duty based, I think it feels really good. It's very goofy for sure. And we'll also talk about this. It has nothing to do with Quantum of Solace except for like maybe 10% of the game. It's going to be mostly Casino Royale. Like this is the very end of Casino Royale if you've watched the movies, which is pretty funny. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was going to talk a bit more about the engine. So
yeah,
we have talked about it a bit. This runs on the IW3 engine, which is what a lot of popular CODs like Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 and World at War run on. And an interesting quirk of that is that it's like a heavily modified Quake engine. And so you'll see Blue kind of, moving his camera left and right and jumping kind of like in a diagonal. He's actually air strafing. If you are familiar with air strafing at all, we're gaining speed by kind of building up our momentum on the ground through holding left and right while also holding forward. And then we jump, and that actually gives us a lot more speed. We're constantly accelerating while we're in the air. So you'll see this kind of like rinse and repeat, like sprint, jump, strafe. And there's a lot of other nuance with it too, which I'm sure we'll get to as the run progresses. But a very, very, very cool quirk of this run is that you can air strafe in it, which is, to me, is always just the ultimate movement tech. Like any game with strafing is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Also, in this game, we do have a stamina bar we have to pay attention to, so we can't just run as much as we want. We do have to pay attention to that and like time our strafe jumps to regain that stamina so we can keep on doing strafe jumps everywhere.
Yeah. And there you might have been like, oh, what the frames is going to crap. What's going on? I'm actually purposely dropping the FPS when I'm going upstairs to 30. I kept it on there for a little bit longer just to like really show that like, oh, you can actually see it. But there's like little staircases here where we'll pop it on. I'm not too sweaty about it, I'm not gonna lie. There's only like certain staircases I do it for. But Eric behind me, he said if I don't do it, he would judge me, so. Here we are. I'm actually gonna do...
Ooh, nice.
I did not mean to get that far to the left. It's okay. Okay.
You still did the swag strat. That was very cool, dude. Very cool.
We did a little bit of jumping on some invisible walls there, which is cool.
Dang.
And that's White's estate, pretty much. We're gonna wait for this guy to get to a specific spot and then take him out. If you shoot too early, you will soft lock the level. And that's it. That's that level.
Good first level.
Yeah, not bad.
So I guess I'm just kind of curious about just like the history of this game. Like, I mean, it's just a licensed game basically for Quantum of Solace, is it not? But
Exactly.
developed by Treyarch, you were saying?
Yeah, it's like their side team worked on this while World at War, I think, was in development. They didn't have the full like script and everything that was going on with Quantum of Solace, so they had very little to work with, which again I think is why we see so much Casino Royale. But it's okay because honestly, I kind of prefer Casino Royale in terms of like movies. I think it's definitely my preferred one, so it works for me.
And you talked about this game being underloved. I mean, you know, for me, I had just kind of looked at it like, oh yeah, it's, you know, I'm not a huge James Bond head, so I was just like, Quantum of Solace shooter, like whatever, you know, kind of wrote it off. But I'm wondering how you discovered it and how you found out that it's just like a goated speed game.
Honestly, everything, like not only this, but like finding the game and then also all the strats that came with this game goes to Hecky. Hecky, again, shout out Hecky.
Yeah.
And also to Danza, huge pioneers in this game. They were like, you would really like this game. It's just like Call of Duty. Oh, so I just clipped through the fence there.
Nice.
There's a lot going on in this level, which I'll explain in a second.
Sure.
Oh, I actually am going to go back. I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, it came from Hecky. He was like, you're going to like this game. It's just like Call of Duty, but it's goofy and no one's really playing it. So you should check it out. And we found, this is a spoiler, but we found like 10 minutes of time save in a year.
That's so awesome.
Which is crazy. And
Hecky does have just exquisite taste in speed games, as it turns out.
Absolutely the best. Big shout out to him and Danza. And to Eric as well, behind me. And everyone else that has pitched in over the last year. But yeah, we did a clip through the gate there by taking cover. There's a cover system in this game that allows us to basically squeeze through some pixels, essentially. And that's what we did there. We also had to look down like old GoldenEye N64. It's not to save frames. It's actually, there's a death trigger that the devs have in the game. Oh, this is an interesting glitch that can sometimes happen.
I've never seen this before. Never seen that.
So if I just jumped, I would have died. So I was like, I've learned from my mistakes.
Gotcha.
There.
Dude, nice.
So I'm going to go for this, but...
Ooh, swag jump. Here we go. First
Whoa!
Nice job, man.
I was talking about air strafing before. Yeah, that's definitely a jump that you can only make if you are doing that proper air strafing movement to get the speed and distance you need for that.
I forgot the order of operations. I'm not used to being up here. I don't usually... Eric was like, you should try this. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll go for it.
Oh, first try, man. Well done, well done.
Thank you. I think I'm going to barely saving a second there, but it's worth it.
It's awesome.
Where is he, Tanner? Is he heading
Gosh. Okay. We haven't talked about it yet because I'm like trying to avoid it, but you'll see a prompt pop up that's like, you want to take this enemy down? I don't want to take down any enemies. It's a very slow animation, but there will be a particular takedown that we will want to do, which I'll definitely save for now. Here I need to wait for that to fully collapse and then make my way up the tower here. James Bond somehow does not see this guy. Look, this is crazy. James. Insane. The awareness. So yeah, we have quick time events in this game. They're very easy. You're not pressing anything other than mouse 1. You're just lining up the circles.
This game is so goofy. Oh my goodness.
It's very goofy. It's fun. It's a fun little speed run.
So earlier we mentioned takedowns, and the way they work in this game is that if you sprint near an enemy, you will go into the takedown animation where you have to do a quick time event. So Blue does have to be careful about sprinting near enemies he doesn't want to get into the animation with, because it does waste a bit of time.
Yeah.
Do you ever fail these QTEs?
You can't fail.
Okay.
I mean, you can. But
you have to like go out of your way.
Yeah. If you fail 3 of them, then you'll die basically.
Gotcha.
There's a couple of them that are pretty tricky. Like on train, we'll see one that's like kind of squirrely. It like goes all over the screen, but it's not too bad. Opera House here. I'm actually going to try not to get detected. You can just YOLO through this level, but it's not too much faster. And I want to get a checkpoint so I can demonstrate a skip as well.
I love the camera just clipping through the wall there.
I don't know how to make it consistent, but it's actually good because normally you start like taking cover. I just spam buttons and hope that something happens. So if anyone, shouts out if anyone could figure that out.
That's like the equivalent of like mashing the A button on your Game Boy to try and make the make the Pokemon get caught.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like for the first half a second for this level loading in, you can input something to get off of leaning on the wall, and it does save a tiny bit of time.
Okay.
Yeah. Also just did a very small puzzle, just right, left, right. That's basically it. I did a little bit of wall running there, which we'll explain later, but the same wall running tech that's in Call of Duty is in this as well, which is cool.
By wall running, you mean like wall strafe?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, word.
Sorry, not like Titanfall, which
Yeah.
actually has like, genuine wall running.
I'm Titanfall brained. Yeah, when Blue refers to wall running, they mean they are holding directionally into the wall while they are sprinting next to it. So it's almost like a consistent or like running ground strafe, basically, where you're running faster while holding into the wall.
I think ideally the best speed you can get is about 354 units a second while wall strafing. Yeah. And regularly, when you walk in this game, your base speed is 190, and when you sprint, you have a base speed of 285. So yes, wall running is pretty powerful with the 353.
Yeah, and here I'm doing a setup, which I'll hopefully not mess up. Okay, no big deal. I'm trying to skip a very like cinematic scene here of not shimmying. I don't want to shimmy across this like the beams here, and this will prevent me from being stuck in that animation, which saves like about 20 seconds.
I kind of like the opera music that you just get to listen to while you do this too.
It's nice.
It's really nicely done.
Well done.
So I'm about neutral there in terms of time save, but it's cool. I can show that off. I found that in this last year, like I said, this last year has been nuts for this game. Absolutely insane.
Eric, I feel like anytime I watched your stream when you were like learning this game, you were just like grinding out strats on this level forever.
Yeah, and that's really all thanks to Blue for hosting the tournament. Was it last year or this year in January?
Last year, I think.
Yeah, last year in January, Blue put on a tournament where we just wanted to see like who can find the biggest time save and who can get the best run going, and it really like propelled this game forward. And we found a bunch of new strats, and luckily Blue gets to show those all off today.
There's like a huge influx of COD runners. I remember seeing that. I remember seeing that all over the speedrun Discord. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, guys, this is basically a COD game.
It is a COD game.
We should play it. And then they're like, okay, we'll try it out.
That's
so
awesome.
I got a few people to come over. Here I'm actually waiting for these enemies with the snipers to get into position and like steady their lasers. If you shoot them a little bit early or quick before they're set up and in position, I feel like it has a higher chance of soft locking. That could just be placebo, but I'm just better safe than sorry. You could lose a bit of time doing so, but I'd rather not soft lock. But we'll see. Maybe I'll just speak it into existence anyway.
This is by far my least favorite part of the entire run. I've lost so many runs here. It's ridiculous how often I soft lock.
There we go. Okay,
Nice.
Whew. Yeah, the soft lock, it's not too bad. I just have to revert checkpoint, which thankfully is right before this sequence. But sometimes you don't get that checkpoint. It's rare, but it can happen. I'm just glad we avoided it.
You may have also seen Blue just unequip his silencer there. When you have a silencer equipped in this game, for some reason, it actually gives you a little bit more sprint duration compared to if you don't have it equipped. Just another little small tech that we use for the speedrun.
Yeah, and the silencer does do a little bit less damage, but overall, it's pretty good to have on most of the time.
I mean, it also helps you not get detected.
That is true. That is what silencers were. You were right. Here, the mod that we're using, which I haven't even talked about, is it's Sui's mod. He made it, and it basically allows us to play on a higher FPS and also at a higher FOV. The thing about that, though, having a higher FPS, the balance minigame is completely broken. So you basically walk on it and you insta-fall over. It is possible to make it through, but it's so finicky and random. We just have the tool, be perfect balance. So cheating, maybe, perhaps, I don't know, but it makes the run a lot more playable. So that's why we have it on. There's a lot of balancing in the game.
This is the level you were telling me about, right?
This is Sinkhole. This is one of the levels that it's similar to a Call of Duty 4 level that Brian is very familiar with, which is Charlie Don't Surf.
Is there bouncing in this game?
There is bouncing in this game.
Oh, no way. Okay, that's very cool.
3 bounces in this level coming up right now.
Yep.
Nice.
I'm going to try to delay a checkpoint here. Actually, did I get it? I don't. Might be in trouble.
You can delay checkpoints in this game?
Yeah, I'm going to... no, let's just see what happens. I'm going to wait for a second here. Maybe the helicopter will chill out.
Is the gun barrel like your health or something, or
it's my health is the guy in the bottom left corner?
Well, I mean, like I noticed that like there's like a gun barrel thing that in your FOV that like slowly.
Yeah, that's just it's like red screen basically.
Okay.
Okay. There we go. So I want to hopefully get a checkpoint around this area. Waiting, maybe. Oops, all right, I'm just going to go.
Looks like first try it is. There's the first bounce. Coming up is the second bounce.
Oh. Okay, well, we didn't die, so that's nice.
Are there a lot of like death triggers in this area?
Oh
Yes,
my
they are
god.
everywhere.
It's an invisible minefield.
Okay, so we're out of bounds right now, basically.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We're
Oh,
out of
okay.
bounds.
Very much
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Yes, we were
Okay.
very out of bounds.
Here is the hardest bounce right here. Blue's going for.
If I get this...
Oh, that looks so good.
I hit it, but I also hit the death
That's
trigger.
crazy. That
That's
looked like you
wild.
had it, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
It's okay. Thankfully, the level casually is way long. It is very long, like escort, like waves of enemies on a machine gun. All right, I gotta check.
Now you got the
Nice.
checkpoint,
There we go.
So
naturally.
that'll be a little bit less running around if I fail this. But
Nice.
yeah, there's death barriers everywhere. I was so impressed when Eric was like, "Hey, I found a different way to do this level," because there is just death everywhere, and you just can't see it. So I don't know how he labbed it out.
Good try.
Damn. Yeah, this took me about like a day of just grinding and learning where every single death trigger is and
Yeah.
trying to find a way around it. But eventually I came up with this route that he's showing off right here. And I'm super happy with it. It's like my favorite contribution I've made to the speedrun. And the route is just super cool. 3 bounces, like, come on. You don't really see that often.
Bouncing is like a super old school. I'm going to let you try this real quick. Good try.
wrong.
Bouncing is like a super old school COD tech. You know, if you played, you know, Call of Duty 4 back in the day, you might remember like the montages where people are jumping into like barriers and then flying up in the air and doing like. So these are you kind of have to pay close attention to it here, but you will see BT kind of do a little whoop when he comes into contact with certain geometry. I always forget like the exact reason why this happens. Nice.
There we
you
go.
go.
Well done.
I was nervous there. That it's such a small window to get that. We only just started, like, again, recently working this into runs because it is that difficult. And here I'm grabbing
The dad system.
Yeah, the dad. I actually just became a father a few months ago.
Congratulations.
So very
Awesome.
fitting gun to be using here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, shout out to my wife, Amber, and my daughter at home watching.
What does the DAD system actually stand for? Do you know?
All of the guns are based off of James Bond movie references in some way.
okay.
I don't know specifically what the dad is, but if anyone knows in chat, let us know. But yeah,
Skippable cutscenes. This game is so swag.
yes. And in fact, I forgot in this beginning part, I could actually move in the cutscene. There's certain levels where you can do that, and saves a little bit of time. But here, we actually didn't have a weapon, but now we do, which is nice. You actually move slower in-game when you don't have a weapon for some reason.
That's weird.
It is very weird. But the pistol is just as fast as like pretty much any other gun. And we're out of bounds, by the way.
Yeah, this is like a full-on
Did a little
movement
bit of-
level.
Yeah, we did a little bit of jumping on some geometry and building one on. We're now out.
So is this like the AGU?
Yes,
of this game?
exactly. It's exactly
Okay.
AGU.
I'm so happy you're here, Brian.
Yes,
You got
yeah.
those connections.
There's a level in Call of Duty 4, of course, all gillied up. Anybody that's played it remembers it. And then the speed run, it has a little bit of pre-movement right beforehand, and then it's just 100% like a movement-based level, I would say, with like a little bit of skips with jumping on the roof. So I'm just seeing wow.
Exactly.
It's just like
Exactly
AGU.
the same. I know. Even with the movement.
floor everywhere.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
awesome.
have to be careful. Yeah.
I see why you talk about this game the way you do.
I'm telling you, man,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good, and it's a great time to invest for sure. But yeah, now
You're
we're
driving a. By the way, what is going on in this
driving,
game?
No hands.
Like, can I get like
Story?
a TLDR of the plot? Like, what is happening?
Dude, we've been jumping. We started at the very end of Casino Royale. Now we're at the beginning. We're chasing down a bomb maker. It's wild. I definitely recommend watching the movie.
so the end of the game or the beginning of the game was like the end?
Kinda. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. We're meeting up with like a sketchy character basically.
Right.
To be honest,
I'm not following it all still, I'm not going to lie, but
It's fine.
it seems fun.
We're just here to play basically another Call of Duty game.
Right.
Which I also don't really know much. I've spent so
What?
much time playing
Dual
the Call of
screen?
Duty games. Oh yeah, this is
Oh, yeah.
our FOV is
This is
sucked.
wild. Sorry, I'm just like trying to take this all in.
Our FOV also switched down to 65. So sorry for anyone with motion sickness. Myself.
Oh, wow. Yeah, wow, this is way worse.
It's very hard for me to move around.
This is terrible.
But there we go.
Okay. I'll be
We were
okay.
talking about like the movie. Yeah, anyway, just go watch the movies instead if you want the plot. It's
Okay.
probably better. It's probably way better.
I will not be doing that.
But here we're actually going to be doing a skip, another one that Eric actually found. After this crane jump, we figured out that you can just ignore the fall damage if you do a clamber. which is the same in all of the other Call of Duties as well. We just don't really have a use for it. I don't know of one off the top of my head, but
it's very much a general gaming tech of just mantling right before you die to fall damage.
Right.
So I used a little bit of a lineup there to make it a little bit safer.
Was that hard? It looked hard.
It's a little hard.
Yeah.
I do a straight jump. I know that you can also strafe it and go a little bit quicker, but I prefer a little bit more consistency here. But yeah, that's construction site already done. We're already at the science center, which is awesome. I'm going to talk about the DAD launcher that we use a little bit. It was theorized that you couldn't use it for boost because if you look down and shoot, it's not like an RPG, you will die. So you have to be very particular where you're aiming it when you shoot, so you still get the backward thrust, and you don't, take yourself out at the same time. So I actually found a strat where we're able to utilize that on this level. Take those 3 guys out.
Yeah, just to clarify what BT's talking about as well, when you fire that DAD launcher, it does have an impulse on the character a little bit, very similar to, we keep talking about COD, the RPG in Call of Duty 4. It does the same thing. There's some strats with it, but yeah, I'm curious to see how you're going to use it here.
Yeah, here, I'm waiting for that reticle to turn red because that guy doesn't have a headshot hitbox for whatever reason for a second, and I failed a lot of runs alerting enemies here, so I just avoid that.
Is this like a mandatory stealth section?
Not mandatory. Like, basically, if I get caught in some of these areas, usually when there's like lock sequences, which is now we're in, there's some reds. I'll explain that in a second. Just extra enemies that come out is more annoying to deal with. And then also you can't do these when you're taking damage. So you can't just rush through and hope for the best. Most of the time the enemies are going to interrupt you. And there for the locks, I try to avoid, okay, they're just kind of trolling a bit. I was gonna say avoid. You can't avoid the reds in the locking sequence. It's random, but you can get 2 reds in a row. That's the maximum. Thankfully, you can't just get like 7 reds or whatever. That would be miserable.
What's like the maximum time loss you can get on one of those?
That's a good question. It really. I guess it's whatever who wants to do the math on that? Not me. I'm not a math guy.
Do not do math on stream.
No.
Well, yeah.
Only words on stream. Okay, so here I'm going to be lining up and using that to boost up just barely enough height, and then using a lineup. This skips about another 15-20 seconds of shimmying around. So yeah, it's cool. I found a use for the nade launcher tech, which is cool. And now we're doing more out of bounds jumping, skipping, running around a labyrinth basically.
Nice. Wow.
If you fall there, you have to revert, and yeah, you don't want to soft lock either. So
I feel like having a mantle must be so nice because I feel like trying to do platforming like that in COD 4 specifically is like a huge pain, very unforgiving.
It is.
What were you going to say, Eric? I'm sorry.
It's pretty much like the floor is lava in that situation where if you do touch the ground, you're going to just spawn in a bunch of enemies that you have to additionally kill. Also, you got the helicopter in 3 shots, man. Nice job.
I'll clap for that, sure.
I just want to show really quick. So I'm not going to move my arrow keys at all. I'm just going to jump and shoot, and you're going to watch me get pushed off this platform. So that's just showing a little bit of the velocity that you get.
I think it gives you 60 velocity in the opposite direction as you shoot it. If you're facing,
you could have thrown any number at me, Eric. I would have been like, sure, 60 sounds good.
I'm just taking COD 2 numbers for the Panzer Shrek there. So I'm like, yeah, it's probably
I think it's very similar. If it's not identical. Here, I'm going to try not to get detected, but it's not the end of the world if I do. The cameras, unfortunately, it's not like some other stealth games. You can't just shoot them. You have to hack them, which is a bit of a bummer.
Listen, I'm just going to say it. This hacking minigame sucks.
Oh
my God.
It's, I don't know. You can't really look at your phone either. You have to like pay attention. So
I do love the Star Wars Battlefront-esque sound effects on it, though. That is pretty fun.
Oh, I missed my jump. But yeah, I kind of wish they cooked a little bit more on that, but it is what it is.
Right.
I just worry about in the future for runs, like, is record ever going to be blocked behind hacking?
The game being so optimized that you have to get perfect hacks.
I imagine ILs are right around the corner for that as well.
Right.
But yeah, there I actually did a little bit of a strafe jump over that gap. It saves a tiny bit of time rather than doing the little balance over the thing. And then we get more locks. Yeah, this is This is my least favorite level, honestly,
because there's so many of these.
There's a lot of locks. The end of it is pretty good. Like there's a good combat sequence that we're gonna do. But otherwise, it's a lot of locks.
Also, for whatever reason, whenever you do a locking sequence, you realize that his weapon just got switched. So whenever you engage in one, it just goes to the next weapon. I don't know why it does that. It just does.
Yeah. It's not even the same keybind or anything like that.
No.
It is what it is. Also, pretty much every gun, I believe, except for like the dad and maybe the sniper, you can take the silencer off. So I usually do put the silencer on here. It makes it easier to take out these guys quickly and stealthily. Otherwise, the back doors here will just have like 10 enemies come out, and it's pretty miserable to deal with. So stealthy is healthy.
So normally in this game, like, it's not intended to be ran at 250 FPS, so some buggy things can happen, but we're going to be preventing any issues from occurring, such as in this elevator. Blue is going to toggle down to 30 once we start climbing, so we don't get stuck in a wall.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
I was just looking at the explosions, like, geez.
Oh, yeah. I shot that early just because we're going to be running over there soon, and the main guy that we're trying to catch, he runs right by that, and I sometimes accidentally shoot it, and things don't go well typically when I imbibe explosives and I shoot them, so avoid that.
And to talk more about the FPS, I mean, the primary reason it's ran on 250 is like that's like the optimal strafe FPS, or Eric, I'm not sure if you can tell me more about that.
I'm not too sure. I don't think COD 4 and Quantum of Solace really take advantage of 125, 250 FPS as much as other games such as World at War. It's kind of up to personal preference, but 250 is, kind of the main that we do since it is the FPS cap.
Sure.
But we'll be talking about that a lot more come the World at War speedrun, where FPS plays a heavy role in the entire game. Also, for this area, we're just trying to clear all these enemies.
Yeah, this is a huge combat sequence.
Yes.
Which went pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked really efficient.
And this guy
is trolling.
Worst enemy in the game.
Whoa.
Also, doesn't he have like the best weapon in the game that we never get to use?
He does, yeah. So this gun has insane.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Gun go burr.
Yeah, for real.
It's super fun. I really wish there is one up there that you can get, but it's definitely out of the way, unfortunately. But this is airport. We're going to be setting up for the biggest skip in the run here.
Oh, sick. All right.
We're basically going to be doing a takedown. We're going to save and quit the takedown to save that location, which we can then carry over through multiple levels. So my goal is going to be to set that up properly and then carry it over 4 more levels and then finally use it, unveiling the strat. This is, again, shout out to Hecky, the GOAT, for coming up with this. We had no idea how this happened. There was only like theories or like people had talked about it like it was Sasquatch. There was no video evidence or anything.
Oh, I feel like every speed game has one of these.
Yeah. He just had to cook up like, how do we get this to work? And then he figured it out.
So is it kind of like just like are you storing like a specific game state?
Yeah, so where he entered the combat animation there, those coordinates where the combat animation started are now stored in the game. And now those are going to be deleted if he dies or if he enters combat once again. But as long as he stays alive for a couple levels, those coordinates will always be stored until the next time we enter combat.
Sorry, I got excited there. I got all greens.
That was all greens? Nice. You don't see that very often.
We love that.
But yeah, now Blue has to be really careful for the next few levels to make sure not to die or enter combat, or else that just deletes the whole storage.
Would entering combat be defined as like alerting enemies to your presence?
No, sprinting near an enemy and like doing the melee animation.
Oh, okay. So like hand-to-hand combat.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I was like, how are you going to do 3 levels without like getting in a gunfight?
that would be impressive. Not gonna lie.
All greens.
Let's go.
If I got back-to-back all greens,
hold.
Okay.
No.
Hey, only 1 red is
not too bad, man.
I will take that any day of the week. So yeah, my mission right now is don't get detected, don't die, don't have to revert. Basically, just play perfect for 4 levels is the goal. Unfortunately,
that sounds so easy.
We got detected, but it's okay.
A little bit sketchy.
Gotta use my Counter-Strike peeking ability. I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike, which unfortunately doesn't help you in this game because we haven't talked about it yet, but the enemies, if they're moving at all, even if they're a foot away from you, you have to lead your shots.
It's okay. It really is just like COD 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. There
it's
is
worse in this game.
There is some really weird hit detection in these like IW3 engine games where they try and like most of the weapons are hit scan and they try and simulate like having to lead your shots, and it just feels so wrong and unintuitive. It's very strange.
There's sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh, how did I miss? And I watch it back, I'm like, oh, you got to lead like a foot in front.
You have to actually shoot at where they're not, even if they're like only this far in front of you. So yeah.
So here I'm gonna not sprint through because, like we talked about, if I sprint near anybody, it'll do the combat. So
the worst part of this about this entire game, for sure.
Nice fire extinguisher.
It's so weird that it triggers off just sprinting near people.
Yeah,
that's really strange.
It's not the only way it triggers, or I think you can interact. Right?
You can also interact. Okay. Yeah, you can hit. I think I have it set to Q. You'll see it pop up there on occasion.
Do you run slower with rifles?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Rifles, no. Like I said, I think it's mostly just the non-weapon, like just hands.
Gotcha.
I think is the biggest speed deterrent. Here I'm going to try to use the dad to take out enemies in groups, lining up where they're going to be. I think that was good.
That looked...
One of them lived over there.
Catwalk guy? Or are those... Yeah.
I'm waiting for these guys to come out. Oh, one guy lived back here. Oh. It helps to be able to hear.
Where is he?
Where is he?
Where is he?
Come on out. Where are you? Oh, there he is. It sounded like he was way over there.
I was there with you. Yeah.
Thank you. Even if you didn't sound like I appreciate you guys lying for me. Like I know what I'm doing. Appreciate it. So I tried to reload the dad here. Eric and I were messing around with this in practice. And you can shoot through the fence here.
Oh, cool. All right.
Which is pretty goofy. Again, just the goof factor is up to 10 on this game. And that's airport.
Nice.
I'm happy we still have the save. We're going to try and hold it through a couple more levels.
I'm really excited to see like what the payoff is for that.
Yeah. And if it doesn't work out, like I do have a backup where we'll still be able to see it.
Sure.
This is the scariest level to carry it through, unfortunately.
We got a train level. Let's go.
Yeah. And unfortunately, this is one of our longest auto-scrollers, or not auto-scroller, cutscenes that we need to sit through. It's not too bad. It's about a minute or so. But it lets me explain what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a pixel lineup, basically, to jump on the outside edge of the train and kind of like squeeze by an area that we're normally supposed to jump down. There's a cutscene that plays. The train detaches. You kill a bunch of enemies. We're going to try our best to avoid that. There's one thing standing in the way, and that is the wind in this game. On this level, similar to another COD 4 reference for the COD heads out there, there's random wind RNG in this game that will push you back, or whatever direction you're opposite of facing, and a lot of the times that happens at the worst possible time when you're jumping over invisible barriers. So I'm going to try to just have good wind, and it's going to be all good, and there's not going to be any issue whatsoever. So yeah, it's hard to see here, but there are definitely points where it feels like you're in quicksand or you just get shoved back. I'm doing little strafes here without sprinting. When you're outside of the train, you cannot sprint.
Ow. That was rude.
I'm actually going to drop down, get this guy's gun, take that guy out.
Dude, I'm such a sucker for train levels in video games. They're so cool. Anybody else love trains? I just like trains.
Trains are great.
Let's go trains.
More public transit out
Let's go
there.
trains. Train stripes is crazy.
I don't want this guy to run. Okay, you know what? It's fine. We're just going to do this. Bye. That's fine. But yeah, this is, again, like I said, you got to shoot in front of them.
Right.
Basically, the body's length in front of them. Otherwise, they can they run laps around that area, and it's a pain. All right, so this is the scary part coming up. We got a checkpoint, which is good. I'm going to take this guy out and this guy out, because they will sometimes shoot you. And then I'm very small edge here that I can stand on. So I'm doing some jumping here, which prevents me from slipping through the container. For whatever reason, like the texture is like, I don't know, it just pulls you down. So
wow, this really is like a pixel lineup.
Yeah, it is sketchy. Oh, see that? Where I got moved back a bit? Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
Dude,
Nice.
So we only had one bit of bad wind there. Oh, now I'm getting pushed again. I'm actually going to wait here for a second. Hopefully get a checkpoint.
Nice.
Okay, nice. And we didn't
Oh,
die.
good jump. Good jump.
You can die there too. You do all the hard work, and then you just, get bad wind again.
Very deceiving jump there, especially if the wind just comes into play and kicks you off the train.
I believe that.
And here, I'm avoiding sprinting. Eric can point this out. There was literally an invisible enemy in practice that I ran by, and he was fully invisible. And I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
so
I've never seen that either.
You got that's never happened before out of the way before you even got on the stage. So good strategy.
My wife put together a bingo board for this game. That's
awesome.
this has never happened before. So it should be the free space.
It really is with most
for any
experiences. Yeah.
All right, and then here I'm going to be doing a little bit of wall running. Sorry for the flashbang. I can't see. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. And yeah, another fun little fight we're about to do here with some quick time events. This is the difficult one. Okay. You can't get that early, but
and this doesn't affect like the combat storage thing.
No, thankfully, yeah.
What is the name of that strat? Like, how should I be referring to that?
So it has like multiple names. I wanted to call it after the guy who found it, which is Hecky, but he is very much just not wanting to do that. So we just call it like a save warp or takedown warp.
Oh, that makes sense.
But yeah, it's again, shout out to him. Oh yeah,
that quick time event.
We didn't get to see it.
This game is wild.
It's pretty crazy. Okay, so yeah, now we're to Casino Royale. The level is actually Casino Royale, and it's based in the movie.
This is a waste of time. I have
we finally get to see Lashif, pretty iconic character. Oh, he looks why they do mads like this? Like the actor that plays him, I don't know. Unrecognizable.
This game's just like Death Stranding.
I heard groans.
I think I heard one of our producers go, "Oh!" So I think we have some Death Stranding fans over there.
Okay. I'm gonna try not to get detected here.
Nice.
Okay. I'm also gonna reload before I jump over, just in case. But yeah, I'm in the back of my head, like screaming is literally just like, "Don't take anyone down, don't die, don't revert." Like just always in the back of my head.
Dude, this dual screen thing is so cool. I love this.
Yeah. There's some things that they cooked, you know? Yeah. There's some things. Again, just being really cautious here, not to sprint around these corners. These enemies can be in random locations, so you can't just predict where they're going to be. Pushing these carts out of the way, using it to open here. So there's like some cool puzzles in this game as well. And Eric, do you want to talk about wall running here?
Yeah, we're going to be utilizing wall strafing here a bit more. So Blue's going to be strafing into the wall while holding forward and looking slightly towards the wall as well. And we're going to be using that to go a little bit faster through these tunnels than we normally can, just crouch walking through here. Also, you can sprint while crouched in Quantum Solace, which isn't normally possible in other...
Yeah.
I don't want to say other Call of Duty games, because this technically isn't a Call of Duty game.
Y'all been referring to
it's
it as this one. Yeah.
Sorry, Treyarch. Yeah, I think the ship has sailed. I'm not calling this a call. Sorry about that. I definitely lost an enemy, which I'm sure they'll turn up eventually.
I mean, I feel like you also just saw one really spawning right in front of you. No.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice shot.
I think we're good. I don't know. Maybe I miscounted.
I think you're good, man.
I'm not the best with math. You know, like we talked about earlier.
Also, this door, very dangerous. If you go near that door while it opens, it can just shove you into the wall and you're just soft locked. You get stuck.
I've lost a world record pace run or two to that, unfortunately. Okay, cool.
Wow.
So you can get very lucky there. I'll let you explain, Eric.
Yeah, it's very easy to get detected there. Even if you like play perfectly and get those two guys with the silencer, enemies will just still spawn for whatever reason.
Okay.
And there's nothing you can really do about it, but very nice that we did not get detected in that section.
And so just to clarify, like the main issue with getting detected is just additional enemy spawns,
yes,
more enemies you have to
exactly.
kill to progress kind of deal? Or
100%.
Exactly. And I want to avoid enemies like the plague right now.
Right.
Yeah, there I did a little ledge skip. Again, found out by Hecky, and then we figured out, before it was just jumping over that railing and then skipping a little bit of the clambering, but we figured you can hit the necessary triggers, which they want you to do that animation, but if you just jump in the right spots, it'll continue it. Which was found again pretty recently. And this section coming up, we're gonna basically just try and take out all the enemies as quick as we possibly can. I'm gonna use this gun first. sometimes these guys are bullet sponges for sure. Where's this guy? Is that all?
I think you're dreaming.
You've been playing a lot of hide and seek, it seems like.
Was
No,
there a guy
I don't
down
think
there?
I'm dreaming, man. Oh.
Oh, wow. I've never seen you
think
standing there before.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I don't think I'm dreaming, man.
Never seen that.
Oh, did we get both of them there?
I think. There we go.
That might be good.
We're just figuring this out as we go.
Some of these sound effects.
There we go. Just like a James Bond movie, they're making crazy screams and sound effects. Oh,
Those guys spawned pretty early, no?
yeah,
It
that
seems
was
like
good.
they did.
That was a good cycle.
Not bad.
Okay, all right. Don't push me, buddy. Thank you. Okay, those guys just despawn, by the way. You hit the trigger and you're good. Yeah, that was there's a few different sections like that in this game where it's like you need to take out certain enemies. Rip that guy. I'm sure he's fine actually. No, but there's like clear this room, and, open the door or get access to this area. There's a lot of that in this game. And there's also a lot of these quick time events. This is the longest one in the game.
I know, this is quite the sequence. Oh my!
It's just like this in the movie. You'll enjoy it. But thankfully, this is the last one that we have to do.
Oh, is this like a scene actually from the movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Bar for bar.
okay.
Same exact fight.
It's a cool fight. It's well choreographed.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool. And there's an awesome machete as well.
And again, during all of this, we still have those coordinates stored that we got back in Miami Airport from entering combat. So hopefully, if we make it through Casino Poison, we'll be able to execute that on the next level. Just got to watch out for those chairs, Blue. Watch out for those chairs.
So I don't know how I'm so lucky, but I found a death that can happen on a level that you're normally not ever supposed to be worried about dying in. I just happened to find a way to die to a chair as well, which is embarrassing. But I happened to me 2 times in the last week. It's never happened to Eric once, and I think you probably have like triple maybe the hours I have on this.
Maybe
game.
like 200, I'd say. Not much.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm just lucky. We'll see if it happens here.
When the game ends, we'll need to move fast. On. Acknowledge, please.
If
Man, he's not responding.
oh no, okay.
Oh, you...
So I got this. So basically, I was moving in the dark there, and I was hitting this cutscene early.
Uh-huh.
I'm terrified though, because when I usually die to the chair, it's when I get it that late. Fingers crossed.
So that was so the chair that fell over was the chair.
No, there's
No.
an earlier. There's multiple chairs, but this is the chair at the very beginning that we're gonna see in a second. That I don't know what the chances are, but just
hold our breath till we
just
get
rage.
out of
I'm just looking at every
Just
chair right
rage.
now and just terrified.
It's this chair.
What? What the? What? Dude. Oh, my God.
Insane. So we're just not gonna move in the cutscene. We're just gonna wait.
I'm sorry, I cursed.
We're just gonna wait.
What is up with that chair?
I'm pretty sure it's when you hit that cutscene as like the very, very last point where you can do it. It just doesn't like that. You take damage, I think, there, and then you take a little bit of scripted damage there, and just like, oh, 2 HP, you're dead. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on.
This is like a personalized copy of the game. Again, I've never seen this.
Dude, it's just like
I
COD
don't
4.
know, man. It's just like
Exactly.
that.
Oh my God.
We just keep, it's, again,
Call of Duty game.
it's another Call of Duty game.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Anyway,
ridiculous.
I'm happy I got to show that off.
Yeah, I have to
People
say
thought it was crazy.
I have to
You
say, if
guys
nothing
were
else, it
scared.
was hilarious.
James
Yeah.
Bond is, and then it's just fine. It's just fine.
Right.
No issue. This is the cutscene that we were skipping. Clumsy.
Bonk.
He's poisoned, by the way. That's why he's.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it skips like 5 seconds, maybe. Worth going for because it's not that hard. Especially, it's hard when you don't have a velocity meter,
Right.
Which is telling you your speed. You're going the. Sir?
Excuse me?
Hello?
You're going in the complete darkness. So I was going based off of audio and vibes.
Right.
That's why we were a
As
little
one
bit slower.
does. Yeah.
But yeah.
In this sequence, we're not able to jump, so what Blue is doing here is something called wiggle strafing, where he's holding forward and alternating the strafe keys left and right, just to move a little bit faster.
Yeah, you can do a little bit of a strafe like this, but I'm gonna save everybody some naujea for the like maybe
Especially
half
with
a
the
second.
beer goggles you have on right now, too. Yeah.
We're going in and out of like low FOV, and it's just all warpy, so we're just gonna not do that. There's our car. Oh yeah, so we died. So the save that I had, worked so hard for is now gone. So we're gonna have to do a backup strat for that, which is no big deal. I'm gonna basically load up that previous level. Because we've played it, we allow in the rules to go back and play through a level you've already played. You can't set up a warp for a level you have not gotten to yet. That's just the rules that we agreed upon. Typically speaking, if you were to die and lose your save and you're going for a top time, you just reset anyway. So it just allows like more casual people. Oh yeah, those cars. What's the tailgating?
Interesting.
A little bit of road
rage. Oh my gosh! Yeah, like calm down.
Looks like the Seattle streets.
I was gonna say,
True.
I had to drive here. I saw that exact same thing happening. So yeah, we're gonna load into this next level, which is Barge. We're gonna go back. We're gonna set up the strat and execute it here. So we got injected, or we had the poison. We took an antidote, and then Vesper actually saved us with a defibrillator. So
I know who Vesper is. Yeah. I know which character you're referring to.
Okay, great. Yeah, she's the one on train that we talked to as well.
Oh, okay. Now I actually know who they are.
Okay. I was like, do you really know? I thought you said you didn't watch the movies. Okay, so I'm going to go to chapter select here. I'm going to be pulling up Miami Airport. We're going to load it up. I'm going to try not to shoot in the cutscene because you will attract the enemies over, which is kind of cool. I don't think there's any tech that we could utilize that for right now, but maybe there's something. It's only at the beginning of this level and a couple others that you can shoot.
I could see the gears in Eric's brain turning.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you could shoot at the beginning of this level.
I literally saw you react to that. And I'm like, you're about to cook when you get home.
Exactly. You taught me something new.
Yeah. I only know because I spam the click button there, the mouse one, to get out of here. All right, so we're gonna set this up again. Save and quit.
So now those coordinates are stored now for the next time we finish combat. It will execute those coordinates and set us back to where we were. I think the reason why it does that is because you move around in the combat animation a bit, and the game's like, okay, put him back to where he was when he entered combat, and where we were happens to be on that previous level's coordinates.
Seems like a pretty simple backup too. Like I feel like you just kind of go set it up and you're done.
It's great. The backup that we used to use was actually on Casino Royale, and it required you to do just this really hard skill jump as well. So again, shout out to Hecky for finding this particular setup. This is just one warp that we utilize in the run. There's another one that Eric found that could potentially be useful. It's really hard to set up, and so we only use this one right now. But yeah, we'll see what it looks like in a second here.
She's on an old barge south of...
I was wondering if I'd get this.
What is it?
When you do a takedown sometimes, particularly on this guy, you just go inside him.
That was terrible.
Yeah, we literally just did a takedown. We're at the very end of the level. We press a button and we're out.
Wow.
The entire level.
That was it.
Yeah,
okay.
That was it.
I mean, it looked... Wow.
It's effortless, really. It's just setting it up and then just going through.
It just so happens that those coordinates in Miami line up with the ending coordinates of Barge right there. Yeah. So it's very convenient.
And that level is very painful to play casually. It's like 4 minutes longer. Like you have to...
So that's like a 4-minute skip?
It's a significant amount of time because you're doing like a sniping escort part. You got to kill a bunch of enemies, open up some doors. It's a lot of time being dedicated to that.
I mean, even after speedrunning for like 8 years now, that's the kind of strat that I look at and I'm like, how did you find this? How do you figure that out?
No, it's insane. And again, that's why we were able to, it's a huge portion as to why we were able to shave off 10 minutes.
Right.
Because previously, like, I'm not going to lie, I like this strat a lot, but the strat that we used to use before was like getting out of bounds, going through walls, like jumping out, like it was a lot more flashy, I would say. But this is way easier, except for obviously carrying the save over can be a pain, like we just saw. Chairs,
the nerves definitely
the chairs
kick in.
are the biggest enemy in the game.
I feel like we got the best of both worlds.
Bye Vesper. I guess.
Goodbye.
We're meant to catch her. She stole our money, probably for a good reason.
Oh, we hate Vesper now?
Currently, no. We're just trying to figure out why she lied to us.
Oh, okay.
What's going on there? Okay, I did not get extra enemies, which is good. Basically, I'm going to try to take out all these guys as fast as I can, but also walk and look in a particular way to get the spawns to favor this location, because I want the enemies to basically pile up in here.
Nice.
Kill those guys, and then just this guy, and then we should be good. Oh, nope, there's one more somewhere.
Dude, there's always been one more, it seems.
I think
this guy?
upstairs.
Is he up there?
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, okay.
He'll come down and say hi, maybe.
Yeah, he's coming. Surely. Oh, there he is.
There you go.
Okay. Normally, I think I did get an extra spawn because I was a little bit slow coming around the corner at the very beginning. That guy's gone.
I just don't know what his plan was.
Yeah. The Bond is in sight. You don't say.
Those were some nice strafe gems. Let me be the first to say.
I appreciate that. Oh, this is the balance beam. See how it's like it's fixed to the middle.
Right, right.
Very, very, very helpful. Yeah, the sprinting is a little goofy as well in this game. I am stubborn, and it's just hardwired in my brain to use shift for sprinting.
Yeah.
But a lot of people play with it on scroll wheel. Because it has a higher chance of actually working. A lot of times I'm trying to do a strafe jump and it just nothing.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah, so you can't like pre-queue sprint. You have to hit it as soon as you land. If you hold it while you're airborne, nothing will come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here I'm going to be climbing over this with that guy spawning in from me jumping over. That spawns him. And if he gets alerted, which he did, hopefully he's okay here. Also drop to 30 FPS because the game will crash there. A lot of little things happening. But that guy, he has destroyed a few of my runs, so we try to stun him. And that guy I'm avoiding because you can see I'm moving pretty slow here and there. But then I occasionally get like good movement speed. Oh, I gotta go back and kill this guy. I almost forgot. Hey, buddy. Bye-bye. And that's primarily due to that first guy being alive. The game like changes its like speed values for whatever reason to like the building's not fully dismantled yet or breaking down, so you're able to move a little bit quicker. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what's going on.
Right.
So leaving that guy alive a little bit later makes me move faster, which makes that jump possible that I just did, which skips the whole first floor of the level. Okay, we're gonna take this guy out. Go here. All right. We'll see. Hopefully this bad guy's here. I've seen, unfortunately, it happen where he just doesn't spawn. Eric, do you know why that happens? Is it like
I believe it's
too fast
not all the way up the elevator yet. That's on the left side there. Don't quote me on that. I think it has something to do with them being up the elevator.
Either way,
might not be the case.
That guy's screwed. We totally nailed those shots.
I've lost a pretty good run to that guy just not spawning, unfortunately.
I had to sneak a pun in there. I'm a dad now, after all.
Right.
Okay, this is the last level. We're already here. There's a lot of combat in this level. I'm going to try to clear out these enemies as quick as I can. It's basically two different groups at the beginning here that I need to take out. I'm going to primarily use the pistol because the pistol is very, very good. It's literally 2 shots in the chest. We'll take him out. So yeah, we're going to try and be efficient here and not whiff shots. Surely won't whiff a single shot.
We're cool with Vesper now, by the way.
Oh, this is Camille.
Oh, that's not Vesper. Oh, okay.
Vesper, unfortunately,
I don't know who Vesper is.
No, you're good. She's no longer with us.
Oh, okay.
I hate to say it.
Okay.
Yeah, she didn't survive that elevator fall, and it's anyway. Go see the movie. Casino Royale. We're back on Quantum of Solace again. This is like 10% of the game that actually is Quantum of Solace. We're on that now.
That's awesome. Whoa. Can you actually get hit by that thing?
You can.
Okay. You seem pretty confident about that.
It's not too bad. I'm gonna try and pistol those guys.
Dang,
not bad.
Nice shots.
Man. That was really good.
We're doing all right.
Dude, you're cooking right now.
Eric's like, wait a minute. Because Eric was like, you should use the M14. I'm like, I hate that gun. You'll see why in a second. But this gun is very, very strong. It does have kind of limited ammo, and these guys are just not peeking. Oh, there's one more. Okay.
Dude, that was a really good clear. Nice job, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, the M14, I am not a fan of these iron sights. It gives me flashbacks, again, Call of Duty. Using the M14 online multiplayer to get like red tiger. That was my least favorite gun to use.
Do you use full auto here or just semi-auto with the M14?
I use full auto usually, but I kind of stay in cover. And thankfully with this cover system, I don't have to use the iron sights, which is nice.
Right.
And it does do a lot of damage.
Very
fast. It has like a good clip size. I'm gonna just wait for these guys to come out since I'm pretty safe here. Buddy. Oof. Okay, there we go. All right, and then these guys should come out. Okay, I aim punched that guy and he's now stuck around the corner.
Just chilling.
There we go. Okay, did that miss or am I crazy? Okay, I think I did just genuinely miss there. All right, I think we're good.
Quick pit stop to pick up the M60. Broken gun, great gun.
Yeah, this is Eric calls it the M60. It is basically the M60 from COD, but it's the 8 cat in this game. Some reference to some James Bond thing. I don't know. And the last locks of the game. This is the only one that has reds and greens going at the same time. Ooh, which is kind of nice. I kind of wish they were all like this, unfortunately. They're not, but you move through them pretty quick. All right, so bonk. I don't really lose any time there, but so yeah, these are our two main antagonists meeting together and doing some sketchy stuff. Basically, they're like they're I forget again, I like Casino Royale a lot more, which is it's funny because this is Quantum, but has something to do with like they've figured out like a water reserve and they're like hogging it for themselves, and it's like the most expensive resource is water, and they're like doing some nefarious stuff with that. So here, use the the fire extinguisher to put out some of these fires here. Again, this gun is very, very good for just doing a lot of damage, a lot of quick.
We like quick.
It's quick. Yeah. So the fire spread is very, very small as well. You don't really have any movement speed penalty, which is nice. And yeah, it's just the best gun in the game by far.
This level's loud.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the louder ones for sure.
Hardest propane tank to hit coming up. Can he get a first try?
We'll see.
We'll see.
I don't know
here.
Why the hitbox on this, we're gonna sound crazy when this just works perfectly.
Let's go. Let's go. Insane. That was really good.
I'm not messing around. I'm using the M60 here, the 8 cat. It's serious mode.
So now our FOV is actually going to be back to default here. So Blue's going to have to do a little wall hug animation to reset it back to his preferred FOV.
Oh, weird.
As you can see, like I can barely maneuver on on default. So now it's playing some pretty iconic James Bond music, which is cool. I usually play with music turned off, so it's nice for me to like kind of hear all this almost for the first time. I feel like I only had music on when I first played this game.
I've never heard this before.
It's also very quiet in comparison to the...
You speedrunners that turn the in-game music off, I don't understand you.
I'm sorry.
We are not the same.
I just love vibing out to my own music.
I agree with Blue. I like listening to my own music as well.
And also, like, there are some games where the OST is, like, really, really good. I'm like, I want to listen to this, but repetitive or not... Like, a lot of James Bond music sounds the same, too, so I don't know. Buddy? There we go.
What a line.
And yeah, that was pretty much the last combat of the game. I'm going to be waiting for this door to be able to be open, which hopefully will happen in a second. Cool.
Wow.
There's going to be 2 panels that open up, 2 explosive panels. I need to take some shots at those. And I'm actually going to jump out of the combat area early through this little gap here and get closer towards the end. Wait for this to open, and time's coming up in about 2 seconds here. And time.
Nice, man.
Nice run, dude.
Thank you. That's Quantum of Solace. Mostly Casino Royale, but that's Quantum of Solace. Another COD game. But yeah, GDQ, thank you so much for having me. I had an absolute blast. It's fun to get on this side.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, thank you to my couch for being here. Shout out to my family at home watching. And yeah, shout outs, I guess. Watch my stream. I occasionally stream this game as well as Call of Duty, and I'm going to be starting some Hitman soon. Hitman 3.
That's cool.
World of Assassination. So check that out. And you guys got any shout outs?
I stream on Twitch at EricG08. I'll be playing Doom in September, October.
Nice.
So stay tuned for that.
No shout outs for me. Just thanks for both of y'all for being here, making the trek out, and being a part of the show. Like, this was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on. That's it for me.
Yeah. Thank you guys. All right. We're good. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Thank you so much, BlueTarget, for that amazing Quantum of Solace run. We'll be back at you in a moment with a world at war after this.